Welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. I am on site, on location at Game Point Sports. What is that place? Well, it's your new favorite place to go when it comes to basketball, volleyball, pickleball, whatever it may be. There's fantasy football opportunities here now. There's going to be a lot of different things. There's a party room, and I cannot say enough about this. As someone who grew up on the north side, probably 10 minutes from where we are right now in East Syracuse off of Bridge Street, I never had a facility like this, and I love the sport of basketball. So I cannot say enough about what is to come, and I will say this. You can see that I have the head coach of the Bryant Stratton Bobcats of Syracuse men's basketball program, Clay Gagen-Sherman, here with me. We're going to be making an announcement, and we're here with Game Point Sports owner Jim Dispenza. So Jim, we're happy to be here with you and happy to have this moment. I'm going to let you share why you chose to have a place like Game Point, why create something like this in the community.
Yeah, so, and Dan, thanks very much. Appreciate the opportunity. For us, I always tell the story. I have 3 kids, my 2 sons, basketball, baseball, 2 biggest sports that they enjoyed playing, and the constant issue, and you can see this across virtually any sport that we play around here, is there's never enough places to play. And, I always kind of wrestled with that issue of, as a coach, how do we get enough reps? How do we get our kids out there and playing more? And, it seemed like the times that you would get were 10 o'clock at night, or, you were in an elementary school gym when you had 8th graders and 9th graders trying to play. So part of it was that, and then the other part of it was as the kids got older and started getting more involved in the travel sports scene, is thousands of kids leaving Syracuse every single weekend, going to different markets, going to Rochester, going to Buffalo, going out of state, simply because we don't have a good venue for them to play. So those were the couple of things that gave me the sense of, I definitely want to put together an opportunity that I think is very much changing the community here in Syracuse and giving youth and adults a chance to play in a facility that's much more premium than anything we have now. So really exciting. Opened about a month ago, already starting to work with some of the most premium clients in the area and premium athletes. So we just love what we got here, and we think it's going to continue to take off.
And with that being said, why we're here today specifically, this exclusive message that we have for the community. You know that Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora is your exclusive multimedia marketing partner with the Bryant Stratton College Bobcats of Syracuse and all of their sports. Clay is here today to make a special announcement, so I'll let you make that.
Yeah, this is home. Moving into the next season, this will be our training facility where we will practice and possibly play some games, and I couldn't be more excited. I mean, this is literally a dream come true. As a coach at Bryant Stratton specifically, been with the program going into my 7th year, and we've had some great partnerships over that time, but to have the opportunity to partner at a facility that is state of the art, and I mean everything is brand new. It's beautiful. Almost at a loss of words sometimes when I talk about it and I tell people about it, but this is, like I said, a dream come true. I'm just so happy for our student athletes, for, obviously our basketball players that are going to come back and have a new home this upcoming fall.
And you spoke about, or actually I should say, watching you walk around, like you, and I feel like you and I probably saw this with the same eyes, and I think Nolan did too, but we're little kids again, because there was never anything like this for us growing up in this facility, in this area, right? And so you, Clay, you've been in the community for so many years now. This has got to be a dream come true for what you've seen, for what we've had in Central and Upstate New York, and to have something like Game Point, which really stands on its own.
It really is. I mean, I live 5 minutes away from here, and, as soon as I stepped in the facility for the first time, I'm instantly thinking, okay, my daughters, my son, when they grow up, when they're in athletics, if they're basketball players, volleyball players, Kate and I, when we're older, if we're playing pickleball, like this is the place that we're going to come to. And just to kind of see it at literally the very beginning stages and just envisioning what this is going to become is pretty surreal and, again, just really exciting.
Jim, for you, why did you want to have a place like Bryant Stratton? Why was it important to you to build a partnership like this in the community?
Yeah, well, part of it was, first time I met Clay, we had a lot of conversations about what this could become and how it would help us on the game point side and how it would help Bryant Stratton as well on recruiting and so on. So it felt like a really good partnership right from the beginning in terms of what we could do with each other. And the reality is it's a great brand, it's a great organization, and Clay and his team are going to take good care of it. From our standpoint as a premium facility, we want to have premium partners, and we want to have people that are bought into what our goals are, that see this as a long-term play, that will use the facility in the right way. And just felt like, Bryant Stratton really checked all those boxes. Clay definitely checked all those boxes. And when somebody's as excited as they are and enthusiastic about the facility, it's hard not to want to share that with them and be part of that. So, we've already started to, bring some players in here, and you can really see the difference. I mean, when they walk in here and looking at the lighting and the air conditioning, the higher roofs, the brand new floors, all of the things that they're seeing, for them, it's something they are not used to working in, and these are even some of the most accomplished athletes in the area. So the fact that they haven't been any part of a facility like this is really, really exciting. That's why we think it's going to be a great partnership, great long-term opportunity to work together.
Yeah, and you're providing a resource that Bryant Stratton College of Syracuse didn't have. You're giving them an avenue that really is special, something that is unique, and something that I think is going to elevate and help in recruiting and help in a lot of areas. So, Jim, I can say personally, working with this school for as long as I have, that I want to thank you for giving these student athletes a place to call home and a place to really build their craft and to be in such a wonderful, air-conditioned, consistently good, not occasionally great type of facility.
Yeah, I mean, we did a lot to try to make it unique in terms of bringing in a lot of the natural light, making it so that the air is climate controlled, so everybody's comfortable, which, and the people that have played here up until this point, it's kind of like used to playing in places without air conditioning, can be in the basement somewhere, can be really stifling. And I think that does help teams get more out of their players, in terms of practices and how long you can go and what types of things you can do. And then just generally feeling confident that, when you bring a recruit in, that you've got something you can really talk about and let them feel good about. And so, all the way around, we just think that this is going to be really good for the program. And then obviously from our standpoint, this is a great brand. It's a local brand. It's been around a long time. Bobcats are a growing team with a lot of a really bright future. So from our standpoint, we want to share in that.
And Clay, for you to kind of go off of that, just what it means to you in the recruiting world, what this can be and how this can help you to show like, hey, this is where we practice. Like you said, this is, in certain instances, this is where we could play. There's a lot to be said about what you can offer and what this could mean for the Bobcats long term.
Yeah, I mean, just in the past, it's always been an uphill battle when recruiting student athletes, not having your own facilities. And again, some of the facilities we had weren't, again, state of the art like this. And now it's obviously it's a strength. I mean, there's a story I tell, and I'll shorten it quite a bit, but I was at a local event. The student athlete I was very interested in was talking to somebody about our program. He didn't realize I was the head coach. They weren't talking the best about it, but they knew we were successful. I interjected and said, hey, I'm the head coach. Why do you feel that way? The only thing they could really give was facilities. Yeah. And now that the Syracuse community is going to know we are at the best training facility, the best courts in Syracuse, New York. It's a strength of ours locally. It's going to help our recruitment tenfold. And then when we bring students on campus and we bring them over here, it's a selling point, it's a strength. And then all the other things that we've used in the past to recruit student athletes is just is just kind of icing on the cake, where we build those relationships. They see our school, they meet the people. There's nothing that they can say other than we're a small school, and if it's somebody looking for a big school, that might be a different story. But again, this is a strength moving into recruitment now, where before it was an uphill battle. Again, something I'm just really excited about because it's going to make my job a little bit easier.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff coming up here with Bryant Stratton. This exclusive message coming to you from Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life, celebrating the fact that Bryant Stratton College of Syracuse is now going to be right here at Game Point Sports in our community, right off of Bridge Street in East Syracuse, and close to the highway, close to Erie Boulevard, close to so many different avenues of our wonderful community. So for Jim, for Clay, and for myself, Dan Tortora, we want to tell you that you will see the Bobcats here, and the road to the national championship is going to come through practicing right here in this facility. Thank you, gentlemen.
Dan, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.